up? It's Matty NASCAR with the Chase for Checkers show, and we're back, baby. We're back at an oval track. We're back at Chicagoland. We have a long weekend. We've got a holiday weekend. We're celebrating the 250th birthday of this great country. It's going to be a great weekend. Tommy said it on the Door Bumper Clear podcast. He thinks it's going to be a good race. I've heard a lot of people say that they think it's going to be a good race. I'm so bummed out I'm not going to be there. I was going to go up until like last minute. Something came up. I'm not going to be able to go. Really bummed out because I was really looking forward to it. So selfishly, I hope they do go back, even if we do get the street course. Because I would love to go. But yeah, I'm excited about this week. I'm amped up. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to see it. I think it's going to be great. All those, it's always great when NASCAR is racing around one of these like American holidays, like a Memorial Day, Labor Day type of thing, because the paint schemes are always top tier. They're always awesome. And we got a lot of them that are good that aren't even America themed. So really excited about that. But let's do a quick review from last week at Sonoma. It was Ty Gibbs, top 5. That was the only thing we had that hit. We didn't do a whole lot just because for the road courses, I'm not betting winners just because they have SVG favored so highly, which obviously I guess they should. They know what they're doing. But I just wasn't going to take it at that. So that's the review, real short. But we're back to our regular scheduled program, and that is these ovals. This is the bread and butter. And yeah, looking to get back into getting some checkered flags and getting back on the win streak. And we're gonna just jump in with winners. How about that? Let's just go right to it. Let's go winners. That way, if you don't care about anything else, you can shut this video off after you like and subscribe. Right? Deal? Now that we are back at ovals, we're going back to Denny Hamlin plus 380 on FanDuel. Hamlin's the clear favorite. He's going to be at the top of all of the stats. He won 3 in a row before the road courses. I think he will make it 4 in a row for just your traditional track. So obviously not 4 in a row really because of the road courses, but with the traditional tracks is what I'm trying to say. I really don't have to go in on it. If you are really, really new to NASCAR and you're like, why Denny Hamlin? I don't know, just trust me, man. Ask anybody who's watched NASCAR. Denny Hamlin, you need to put money on him to win because he probably will because he's been freaking incredible. So Denny Hamlin plus 380. The other guy who's just an obvious one is Tyler Reddick at plus 550 on DraftKings. Reddick is the other guy who, like I said, has been lights out, who's won 5 races early in the season. 2311 has been really good, really fast. Toyota's been really good, really fast. He's pretty much second to Hamlin in a lot of the stats. Now, he's had a bit of a string of bad luck here recently, but I think this is a good spot to kind of right the ship. I think being in the Chicago area for 2311, they're really going to want to show up and show out. So I really expect him to bring some really, really fast cars. I know that he's never started here in a Cup car. I believe I saw that online this week, but I don't think that will really matter too much. With as good as these guys are, I mean, they're professional, right? They get paid the big bucks to do this. And, you know, all the technology that they have, the sim racing and whatnot, I don't think that's going to be a big deal. They'll make a story out of it. They'll definitely have a thing that says, here's a list of drivers who's never made a start here. Or, you know, it'll probably be like, last time we ran a race here, Connor Zilic was just born. There'll probably be something like that. There will be, I guarantee you, that should be my best bet of the week, is that there will be a picture of Connor Zilic the last time that we ran at Chicagoland, and he's going to be like 7 or whatever it is. And it'll make me feel very old, and I will not like it. But anyways, went off on a tangent. Tyler Reddick, plus 550. Moving on to Kyle Larson at plus 600 on FanDuel. Same story, different day for Kyle Larson. Hendrick is getting better. Chevy is getting better. Kyle Larson's been hanging around in that top 5 area. Eventually, it's going to break through. He's going to win eventually. Chicagoland is a track that's been really good for him. He was winning here in the 42 car, never been here in the 5 car, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do with the Hendrick team. I think he's going to be fast. I think he's going to be really good, probably ripping that top. And, yeah, I think he has a real good shot to get that first win of the year, first win in over a year now. It's been a long time that we've seen the 5 car in victory lane. I think we see that here at Chicagoland this week. At least we've got a good shot for it. Another guy that I like is Chase Elliott, his teammate at plus 1,200 on DraftKings. Elliott is at longer odds than Larson, but has been better so far this year. His average finish at 12.7 and speed rankings at 8.2 are both better than Larson's, and he has a win to his name at one of these tracks at Texas. So when I say one of these tracks, I mean like a similar track. He's been the consistent guy like usual. He's benefited from it. So it will take a lot to beat those Toyotas. I think the Toyotas are going to be fast. I think even though we had 2 weeks off, I mean, we still saw the Toyotas were fast. Look at Chase Briscoe. Look at, a Toyota won at the street course with San Diego. So they've still been fast, and I don't think they're going to miss a beat coming back to the ovals. But Chase Elliott has a really strong ability to be in the right spot. So maybe the Toyotas, like his Kansas win, kind of get into it. Look for Chase Elliott to be there to benefit from it, to take advantage of it. And I've said it a million times. If the first thing that you got to do to be a winner is to put yourself in a winning position. And Chase Elliott is really good at that. My long shot. Everybody get up. It's time to slam now. Bubba Wallace, plus 2,800 on DraftKings. I'm so excited for this car. I immediately pre-ordered it. I loved Space Jam as a kid. I still do. I was pretty giddy about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not picking this just because of that. It would be very sweet though, and I will probably cancel my order to get a race 1 diecast if this happens. But there are some stats behind it. So they have said that Chicagoland's sister track, most similar track, is Kansas. We all know that 2311 has been very good at Kansas. Bubba Wallace has been very good at Kansas. So I think that will show here at Chicagoland, that speed that they have at Kansas, that they have. So he finished 5th at Kansas, the most recent visit that we had there. So I think that should translate to this race, like I said. So I think Bubba Wallace is a really good long shot to bring some speed. Add also what I've already said about Tyler Reddick in 2311 and how I think, obviously they're bringing some heat with the paint schemes. I think Chicagoland is obviously a big Michael Jordan area because of his time with the Bulls. So I think it's very important to them to show up and show out, like I said. So I think he's got a real good shot as a long shot. Top 10s. Bubba Wallace, plus 135 on DraftKings. That's right, I'm double dipping. He may be a long shot to win, but I don't see him necessarily as a long shot to get a top 10. Just replay everything I just said about him and Kansas, and this track being very close in type and similarity. So I think at plus 135, that's really good value to get him for a top 10. I definitely think he's going to be up there mixing it up, as long as he has a clean race. Obviously, he's not had the cleanest of races, but seems to be cleaning it up a little bit. I don't know if Freddie will be back or not. I know Freddie Kraft, his spotter, has been out for a while because of some health issues. Nothing very serious. It just sounds like some tonsil stuff, maybe, if I remember right. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. So I don't know if he's going to be back or not, but I still think nonetheless, he'll be good and have a really good shot for a top 10. Next guy that I have for a top 10 is Daniel Suarez at plus 260. Before the road courses, Suarez was running really well and getting good finishes. At these tracks in general, he's been very impressive. 5th overall on average finish at 10.2. 3 in the top 10 this season, or 3 finishes in the top 10 this season at these types of tracks. And of course, one was that Charlotte win. His overall speed is 15th, but it's not about the speed. We're looking about where he's going to finish. And I think the 7 car has a really good chance to be up there They've had speed. Spire as a whole has had speed. So I think they're going to be able to be up in the mix for a top 10 when all is said and done. Next guy I have was going to be Ryan Preece. It was going to be. And it was at plus 500. And I still don't think it's a bad bet. But I'm going to be honest. He's driving a car that's not American themed. Strike one. And strike two, it is a non-alcoholic beer car. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. You can bash me in the comments. I saw that and I was like, no, I can't. I can't do it. Not on the 4th of July weekend of all weekends. No, sorry. So if you want to take it, fine. But what I do have is Brad Keselowski, his boss, at plus 215 on DraftKings. So, Brad Keselowski, a veteran. He's run here many times before in recent races at similar tracks. They've also found success. Kansas specifically was one of their best runs this season where he finished 6th. So he has had a string of bad luck. He's finished like 34th, like 3 times in a row or something like that. So I think he's going to be happy to get back to these types of tracks. And hopefully they can get back on track as far as, really running well. There for a while at these types of tracks, they were better than Penske. They were the top Ford when it came to these oval 1.5 mile tracks. So Penske has found a little bit more, but I definitely think Brad will have speed and will have a good shot at getting a top 10 this week. Another guy that I like is Eric Jones at plus 260 on DraftKings. Jones, kind of like Suarez, was really hot going into the road courses. Had a string of top 10s, really good finishes. He had a second place finish at Michigan. So I think this is kind of a heat check moment. See if now that we're back to the ovals, the D-shaped tracks, is that still there? And at plus 260, I'm willing to take that price and bet on Jones to say, yeah, I think they found something and they are still going to have it. So, stats and everything, are they fantastic form? No, they're not bad. They're not bad. But he's been close to the top 10 at these tracks all year. He already has a top 10 at a track like this. And then, like I said, with recent speed that they've had, I think that they should be in that, let's say, like 8th to, let's give them 16th place. So, I think he's going to have a good shot. Then, we're going to talk about matchups. The in-season challenge, round 2 is going on. Last week I had Carson Hocevar over Zane Smith. I had Zane Smith going to the Final Four. He was my sleeper, and that did not happen. So that kind of stinks. But I'm back at it again. I've got Carson Hocevar to lose to Todd Gilliland. I've got Todd Gilliland over Carson Hocevar at plus 370. This is one of the long shots, maybe even the biggest long shot, I think, of round 2. Now, on paper, the stats, everything says Carson Hocevar. That's why he's the favorite. I understand that. But when you look at all the other long shots, and I think there will be a long shot winner, because there usually is, right? Everybody else runs really clean races. So you look at like Ryan Blaney against SVG. Blaney runs clean races. Their pit crew has been a lot better lately. I don't see them making mistakes. I forget who Chase Elliott is going against, but he's another one that heavy favorite, is consistent, gets good finishes. Denny Hamlin, I forget who he's going against. I am blanking, but another one. We haven't seen Denny Hamlin have any issues. So, excuse me. When it comes to this, Carson Hocevar drives aggressive. I don't think drivers will pay him back because they just don't do that anymore. But he's been a bonehead lately to some people. I won't get into that debate if he did or did not. But people think he's been a bonehead lately. Maybe payback comes. Maybe people don't give him a break. We have also seen his pit crew have struggles at times, and we've seen him just make mistakes. So as far as favorites go, to get a price for one guy to beat another guy, and you're getting it at almost the same price as the favorite to beat the rest of the field, I'm going to take that. Again, this one makes the most sense to me because I think the favorite, he is the most likely favorite to have a mistake of some sort. So, at least self-inflicted mistake, I should say, because obviously anything can happen. We've seen lots of wrecks and whatnot, but I think Carson Hocevar is the most susceptible to a self-inflicted mistake, is what I'm trying to say. So I've got Todd Gilliland over Carson Hocevar at plus 370. Then my other one that I have, this one is my more, has more reason behind it, has a little bit more. I think they might have favored the wrong guy, and stats, I think, kind of will go with that. But I've got Alex Bowman over Austin Cindric at plus 100. That was pretty much plus 100 everywhere that I looked. So I think this one will be closer than what maybe some of than what they're thinking. Those two drivers, just from what I can remember, seem to always be around the same spot on the track and running in around the same area, in that like 17th kind of place is where I feel like I see them a lot. So I feel like this is going to be a nail biter up until the end, unless somebody crashes out early or something like that. But I'm going to give the slight edge to the 48 car, to Alex Bowman, because I just trust Hendrick a little bit more. They have seemed to find some more speed lately. Alex Bowman, now that he's kind of getting back from his vertigo absence, that he's kind of finding a groove. Now, Austin Cindric has been good lately. I think he's even finished like 12th at Kansas, if I remember right, which again is a very similar track to this. But Alex Bowman's won here before. He was the last winner here, actually, at this track, which I'm sure we will hear 1,000 times. Fun game. Drink every time that you hear that. So just because of that, I'm going to give it to the veteran of Alex Bowman over Austin Cindric at plus 100. I think that is a really good value. Again, because I personally think that they have the wrong guy favored here. So that is my final pick. And I would love to know, what do you guys think about being at Chicagoland? Are you excited to be back at Chicagoland? Would you rather be at the street course? Do you want both? I'd love to know what your thoughts are on that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about the picks. Do you like them? Do you not like them? What's some that you might have? Thank you, as always, for watching, for liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. I really do like getting the comments and being able to talk to some of you guys. That is the whole reason that I started this to begin with. I don't care about if I get a whole lot of followers or not. I just wanted to talk some car with some fans, with other fans, because there's not a whole lot of people in my circle that are big NASCAR fans like myself. So, always appreciate that. If you don't, like I said, please like, share, subscribe. Catch me on some of my other stuff. You can look at the Twitter that I have here in the corner. Either one should have links to... I do like short videos on TikTok for like a race rating, flag stand segment, a shortened version of this video with some picks. So catch me on there. My early thoughts and predictions come out on Substack, so you can find me on there. It'll be Matty NASCAR as well if you want these picks earlier in a written form to try to beat maybe any odds that might change towards the end of the week, as we a lot of times see. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Chicagoland, have a great 4th of July. Stay safe. Be smart. You know what I mean. Be smart about the stuff that you're drinking or maybe doing. Make sure you have all your fingers come July 5th. Okay? We want to see all 10 digits. Unless you don't have them already, then I'm sorry if that was rude. Anyways, you know what I mean. I'm Matty NASCAR. This is the Chase for Checkers show. Have a good one.